with Freeberg is where we wanna be.
Daniel Freeberg and Daniel Rigdon, the Barely Stable podcast,
Hey.
out here to talk about snakes. Today we're at Northtown, where there's a bunch of sightings, I guess you could say, of snakes and water moccasins, and so it's a fun course, but we got snake stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I don't like snakes.
You don't like snakes?
Yeah, I hate them.
One of the interesting things to think about is here in Texas, there's only about a 0.2%, it's like 1 in 500 fatality rate for a snake bite.
Okay.
So there's actually more people that die from bug bites and lightning strikes.
Oh, wow.
So, and then about half the snake bites are actually dry. So they don't actually dump their venom into you.
Okay.
So it still probably hurt like a bitch, but you're not getting
So there's a
poisoned.
50% chance if you get bit by a venomous snake that you're not going to get any
It's not
venom
gonna
in
get
you.
any venom.
Wow.
They don't really want to bite you.
Okay.
They're scared. Like, you're a giant, scary giant to them. You know what I mean? And most of them aren't aggressive. They're not going to chase you, or they're not going to do anything.
Freeberg talks snakes.
Venomous snakes. There are 9 types of rattlesnakes here in Texas. These are thicker. They have scaly bodies. They have a triangular, heart-shaped head, and obviously rattles on their tail. Copperheads. They have 3 subspecies. They are the least fatal because they generally have shorter fangs and they inject smaller amounts of venom. The bodies can be tan or brown. Adults have dry bites. These are the ones that will frequently bite you and not dump any venom, but if they do, it's very bad. The copperheads smell like cucumbers. So if you're walking and you smell cucumbers just randomly out in the forest, redirect. Find another direction to go. If you smell that, usually they're putting out an extra scent if they're already agitated as well. The other main one that we talked about, like Big Bertha, are cottonmouths. Cottonmouths are very common in the water and boggy areas, but they're also very frequently confused for just regular water snakes. Now, the main way to tell if a snake is poisonous with pit vipers, their distinctive pit viper thing is it makes them look angry. They literally have angry bird, angry eyes. If you have just a regular water snake, it's gonna have a rounded face. It's not gonna have that heart-shaped head. And it's not gonna have the pits on top of it that give it the angry eyes. So if the snake has angry eyes, leave it the fuck alone. And last but not least, we have the coral snake. We don't run into these very much, but they have the very famous thing that you talk about, red touches black, friend of Jack. That's a milk snake, that's not gonna bite you. Red touches yellow, kill a fellow. Really, what I've noticed is that the coral snakes are the prettier ones. So really, again, either one, just leave it alone. But definitely red touches yellow, don't mess with that one. So on the off chance you're out and you get bit by a snake, like our boy Steve with a Western Diamondback.
Yes.
We're gonna listen to the force now, and it's gonna tell us what to do and what not to do.
Do!
Sit down and limit movement. Exertion can help spread the venom through your bloodstream, so you really want to take it easy and remain calm.
Do!
Remove any tight jewelry.
Don't attempt to suck the venom out. Don't! Do not apply a cold pack or ice. Do not apply any type of electrical shock, and do not wait to seek medical attention. Don't apply a tourniquet.
That's a really good one. I actually saw an interview with a doctor, and they were saying that if you apply the tourniquet, you're basically telling the medical staff when you get to the hospital, anything outside of that tourniquet, like away from the main part of your body, you're giving up on. Oh, so yeah, bad.
Do!
Circle the wound with a marker or Sharpie and mark the time on it, so when you get to the hospital, they can track how quickly the wound has been swelling.
Don't! Do not make cuts around the bite.
Why is that?
If you mess with the wound at all, you could increase the spread of the venom. Do!
Identify or get a picture of the snake.
Do!
Call 911 and get your ass to the hospital, or whoever got bit, get their ass to the hospital ASAP. Snake bite kits, the old snake bite kits, they're gonna have tourniquets and they're gonna have suction cups, and those are outdated. Don't use those anymore. We have better technology. We can get to hospitals more quickly. Nobody wants to give up on a hand or a foot or a leg because of a tourniquet. You can make your own snake bite kit. It's really easy. All you really need is some clean cloth, a marker, some antiseptic, and maybe some soap. Bro, we're not gonna see any snakes today. Snakes actually ideally like between 60 and 90. It's too fucking hot, man. It's just too fucking hot.